Hello to everybody out there. This is Fallstorm492996, and today, let's see, I want to talk about baseball while listening to music by Buddha Contest on YouTube. It's copyright-free music. If you can hear it in the background during this, you might also hear the dishwasher. Sorry about that. Just trying to get this video out. It is a matter of a lot of other videos that are excellent in there. This is like my second year in baseball, trying to do more within it. As far as spending money in baseball or football, it's gotten a little bit better. Definitely in living the dream and wanting to match to other types of YouTube videos out there, or no money spent teams. It's more of the year for it because they keep increasing levels for battle royale event weekend league players, as well as for grinders. Like in grinding, typically that means you would say that there's not a lot for grinders to do, but that's not exactly true. There's these free packs here in like the first inning program, and you get most of those things from the top oriented, from battle moments and events. However, if you play conquest type thing, that means I believe there's hidden stars, or it's the first inning ones related to the first inning program. So that's first inning, and then that's featured program of first inning program. So in there you get stars related to that. I know ideally type thing that means it doesn't sound as great type thing, as cool as battle moments or battle events or ranked seasons type thing, but that conquest of that first inning really does do that. You can also do extended play. I do like versus a CPU. All 30 Major League Baseball teams are within there, and you can raise the difficulty from rookie to veteran to all-star to Hall of Fame or legend. Not much chance of probably pulling the blue diamond, but there's at least a 1 in 10 chance of pulling the gold within there. That gold is probably going to not be your greatest moment. However, in that type of sense, you might be able to add it to a collection that might need a gold player within it to pick it up, like 76 Givens Michael or something like that. Oops. Does Red Sox have a gold in there? And yes, they've got David Price as a gold, type thing, a gold 81. So goals, although not blue diamond type thing, and that gives people a chance, to say that is the G word, taking that sense. That's wrong. As much as the emphatic use of girlfriend versus girlfriend, type thing that means. That's just word usage. Um, like they were a gang, or that was a gang. So it's, but that is that what you're going through in there is putting those sets together, or not putting those sets together. If you don't want to put those sets together, you can still sell them for stubs, and in that type of means somebody else might be putting them together, or you can still get the stars. I'm not like YouTubers, I think, are over 300 by now in the second week here of baseball. I'm at 152, so that kind of gives you an idea with the future stars and the headliners 2 pack where we're standing at, typing that means. Can probably see that more so in the buy pack, and then see cost of 7,500 with set 2 on the headliners pack. Okay, now in that type thing, that means the reason why I was talking about this video, this week has been kind of long. I think all the YouTuber videos have had videos over 20 minutes, 29 minutes, which is unlike them. So a lot of serious stuff has kind of changed over with patches and upgrades and updates type thing that means. I wanted to do a video for the Battle Royale people, but really it's also for me. Those things had, like the last one, which I think is still going, to April 8th, is 80 player again. I'm a 152 player, so it's kind of within your own thing. That's but like you can't have gold players. above 80, so Josh Donaldson wouldn't count. But Chris Davis would. I found him while playing the computer, and like you know how you pitch something, you're like that shouldn't have like set that, gotten us out of the inning type thing that means, and it didn't. And so you're looking at the card, well, not as immediate as I wanted to, unlike other subsequent innings. Like, I guess my loss to the Mets, that was a weird game. Or a game there, but that's a 77 silver right there. And in there, like a 77 silver, any of his stats should match that 77 in that means. But if you go down there, you see the contact 60, the contact versus left 51, power versus right 98. So in there, that is a budget beast card. To think that means if you want to qualify for an event and still have power versus right hands, let alone his left hand power at 87, then you would take a Chris Davis. Now his contact's not that good, and his speed is not that good, being an outfielder at 36 speed. But you could probably pinch hit with him those 3 innings. I think that means because your pitchers only last an inning stamina in 1/3 crunch or 2/3 off crunch type thing that means. So 90 pitches is the stamina pitcher type thing, or 75 is 25 pitches for in 3 innings. And so it's reduced type thing. That means 25, 75, 75 or 25, 75, 50, 25 in there type thing. And that means. Josh Donaldson is 2 over the 80 mark, so he wouldn't be included in that. Muncy is another great example at 79. And look at that plate discipline, 107 type thing. That means power versus right, 90. Power versus left, 90. Definitely a budget beast battle royale BR card type thing. That means a BR budget beast because he's got 90 power on both sides. No matter what, if they bring in a right-hand pitcher, you got 90 power versus him. They bring in a left-handed pitcher, you got 90 power versus him. And his plate discipline, a check, a bad pitch is 107. That is really, really good. It's got 80. Well, that's about it. These guys usually have about 1, 2, like 2 tier, closer towards tier 0, as far as being really, really best like cards, like a blue diamond card. So if a blue diamond card like Manny Machado or like those starting pitchers here have like Noah Syndergaard, they've got like five qualities to them that makes them superb above like all the rest of the market. I think that means these guys at best in there have what do you call it? These guys at best have like 1 or 2 instead of 5. So there's 3 less categories, 3 less qualities type thing. But just because of that type thing in that sense, that doesn't mean that 90 power versus right and that 90 power versus left isn't good still. That is amazing. And in there, type thing in that sense, here, in that 90 power, that 90 power versus right, and that 15, it's plus 15 over his 90 power versus right type thing, which might be 105 in that sense. So that's really good. Now the rest of his stats are at 50 or lower type thing that means, but you only brought him in to pinch hit for him, with him anyway, and that's why I've got him on my roster. More of this type thing that means here. My starter pitchers are going to be stamina. In that means they've got good stuff. I don't want them going out in my CPU games in the 5th or 4th inning. I want them to try to make it to the 9th. 103 stamina, Felix Hernandez, along with his 88 fielding. Noah, who else has got fielding or stamina? I think Eckersley's got fielding or stamina at 107. So that's really good. They should definitely make it to the 9th inning if they don't get knocked around out there. Now, we're the budget beast, 81 type thing that means, and he's a gold card, so Brad Hand wouldn't count, Craig Kimball wouldn't count, and Chapman wouldn't count, but they're all the same idea. The 79, 79, 78, and 73, all are the same. Chris Sale's in there because Chris Sale is Chris Sale, like Diamond Chris Sale type thing, but before he was with the Red Sox, he was with the White Sox type thing in Chicago as a reliever pitcher. And in here now, so he won't count for that either. But Carl Edwards of Chicago will count for that. His card is a very impressive BR card. He has a silver card, which when accounted for the event, because you can have above silver pitchers. But in his player card, he's got hits and strikeouts at 106, 102 with plus 11 above them. That's impressive. That means he limits hits, type thing that means. They're reverse stat. And so, like, him getting strikeouts is really high, and him giving up hits is really low. But to give up really low hits, you need a really high stat against that type thing as a check and balance type thing that means. And so that's important on a silver card type thing that means. And on that card type thing in that sense, here, even though he's a silver card, break 99 right there. So that's also important type thing that means. The same is going to be true for all my relievers. It helps versus the computer. Playing against a human is different from playing a computer. So right now I'm still kind of like learning baseball, learning more of the things, because humans know more of like the zero spots of security systems, or more or less where people would test the zero spots at, taking that means in an opposite way. So, being that the computer is more stationary than a human, I suppose, then in that sense, I do not know that out of Madden Weekend League or out of baseball battle royale events. I don't know that. So I'm more or less, because of my tier of play type thing, that means my knowledge base, Edward Jacob thing in that sense of Twilight, then their knowledge base would be more, would give them an advantage to leverage against my ability to not know that everybody on YouTube is elsewise has watched that video, won't commit that mistake type thing, and thus won't be easy wins type thing in that sense. Because without knowing that, a human person most likely, unlike a computer person doing it 1 in 3 times, a human person is going to do it for every rock, paper, scissors that they can possibly get leverage within it. So unless they start feeling sorry for the other person type thing, that means they might not do that. They might get bored and do it anyway just to get out of the game and discourage them. They might do anything type thing. They might ignore it and keep it in their back pocket type thing, in that sense that they were losing, and then get some cheap touchdowns or cheap strikeouts type thing and get back up on the board. There's just all types of means of a human versus a computer. But I still think that this was an important video to make. There are other videos of other YouTubers out there, especially in baseball, because this is now their season, their moment, their upcomings type thing, and that means of how they explain that. It's worth listening to them, at least understand a takeout menu in a different way. So that you're like, well, I never consider ordering food that way. It's like a secret menu, because they have played. You're talking to people who have played over 1,000 battle royale events, or more. They might have 1,000 battle royale event wins. So their advice along, also matters. But in checking all the other videos, I had not seen these types of things, and since it's kind of like a tier 3 perspective type thing to picking up cards, I felt like that these cards might help other people who are competing out there, because a blue diamond and matching up to those guys who've already ripped all those packs and closed out those sets. Some of those guys have completed live series blue diamond already. They're done with that. The Pudge, the Nolan Ryan type thing, that means they're 87th level bronze, at least they were in week 1, stepping in from bronze to gold level or silver level for their 0 to 99 silver, and then on to gold 0 to 99 and blue 0 to 99 level. So we have about 4 99 level tier sets within here in this game, and they are already second tier. Those things in live series type thing, that means they are done with those. Those guys are just that fierce. In here, there's already guys playing with Hornsby, there's guys playing with Pudge, and there's guys with already Willie Mays debut videos type thing. They are done with those videos. They have collected all the series for those things, and that means they are beyond that. And so for them to come to these types of videos, which they do occasionally have no money spent, I figured these videos worth doing, or maybe a 2 cents, another perspective, tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 perspective, but maybe not. A tier 3 perspective person may repeat the tier 0 people because they make really great videos. But there might be things that a tier 0 perspective person has never had to depend on before, to think that means true. So in there, I thought that these cards might help those people in tier 2, tier 1 move their tier up, type thing that means for their upcoming. So I wanted to make that video type thing. And I've got my own archive of that video, so I can sit there and go, that video that was on the rack type thing. Oh yeah, and I can watch my own video of that. But the middle relief one, Hey Reese, Familia, in there type thing is another card. 78 silver card type thing. That means velocity makes again that 99. See, once again, we've got a 78 silver, and in there, we've got velocity 99, type thing. That means unheard of on a silver card in that sense. But that's what this guy does. He comes in and throws velocity 99, which means he at least has a 95 pitch or 97 four-seam fastball within there. Plus or minus 3 gallop pull, type thing. That means that guy's getting 100 somewhere in there in one of his pitches. Might go 94, might top out at 100, 101 like Otis Chapman. That's amazing. If not gallop pull, like weather, like temperature, they call a temperature at 74 and it ends up being 77, type thing that means, or 77 ends up being 80, and you're like, and that is what that is. And Jordan Hicks is another one at 73 in that sense. And so from there, that is Jordan Hicks is a 73 bronze card. And you're like, well, a bronze card can't have anything. Again, a 99 velocity closer. And that means a CP closing pitcher. And so that gives him a 99 four-seam fastball. Now, whether or not that is going to trick anybody or not, that's another story. But if they're in some type of high clutch thing where we're very used to throw a cutter, and you hit that spot with the 99 fastball type thing, it might tie somebody up. See how he's jam them, or just watch them swing right through, trying to bring the barrel of the bat up to a 99, right up on the hands type thing, on paint the black in that sense. That's a fairly hard thing to do from time to time. Especially in the Battle Royale, because they can't have above the gold card. Some of the cards out there are worse than that. They've got 6'6", 6'8" pitchers, taking that means with 99 velocity. So, if they find those pitchers, taking that means, that's also serious. But I wanted to make a video in that means regarding the choice that's available for people to select in there. It is a tier 3 perspective. Maybe somebody will take that and go, my tier 2 or tier 1 battle royale team stepped up this game because we had all these 99 velocity, 99 control, or 99 break cards, like Maeda type thing in that sense. Is a 78 card. I do have difficulty with him, but here, in that type of sense, he's got a circle change and a curveball and slider, and he's got a 99 break with those pitches, and that means. So yeah, occasionally I strike out 8 to 10 people versus CPU in a game. True, they're on the bronze level or rookie level, type thing in that sense, but a 99 break might be, as a silver card in a battle royale, a great thing to have. I mean, that means a 99 break, sliders break, circle changes break downward, type thing that means, or off to the side in the field if you use one. Curveballs break in a Cliff Lee one from top to bottom, or the Zito one from top to bottom. 12-6 break curveballs, type thing that means. That would use the 99 break to break that from 12 to the 6th degree, and that's 6 o'clock in that sense. A 99 break is a very important attribute for them to turn on and toggle to their own leverage. So that concludes this video. Thought somebody should have that type of information out there. If they find it useful, smash a like and subscribe. If they don't, then they just don't. Thanks for watching. Fallstorm here, covering the advantages of pitchers who are tier 3 perspective. Thanks for watching.